Back to the Toffee Blues, your source for all things Everton. My name's Connor Williams, and this is another one of our end of season player reviews. This time it is on none other than Seamus Coleman. Seamus Coleman, who again at the time of recording has been offered a new contract by Everton Football Club. At the current moment in time, he is yet to give his decision. He has spoke about it after the season ended, saying that he'd have to think about what's best for him and the club. Um, so to avoid this being dated in a matter of days, if you're watching this, he will have either still just been offered the contract and hasn't yet made his decision, said no and will be leaving the club, or has agreed to stay on at the club for probably another year. Delete where appropriate on those. So that's to avoid it being outdated, because the last thing I want to do is do with these videos and then literally the day later it's outdated. He played 13 games for Everton this season, 12 in the Prem and one in the FA Cup. Um, he had a decent performance in the FA Cup against Crystal Palace. And then in the Premier League, I think the last game he played Arsenal, obviously, at the last game of the season. And then the last full 90 he played was Sheffield. He did miss some bits of the season due to injuries and stuff, hence why Ashley Young came in. Um, but yeah, so no goals, no shots for Seamus Coleman, no assists, an expected assist of 0.71, 67% pass accuracy, 11 accurate long balls all season. I'm not gonna lie, there's a lot already for Coleman, which is about 1.5 accurate long balls a game. Not great. Not great at all. Three chances created all season, two successful crosses, six successful dribbles, dispossessed four times, 114 tackles, 29 duels, and one aerial duel, made seven interceptions and 39 recoveries. So per 90, he put in about 1.9 tackles per 90, 0.95 interceptions per 90, and was dribbled past it 0.68 times per 90. In terms of his chance creation, it's not the Seamus Coleman we all know and love. He has had a season where he struggled with injury, and he's also 35 years old. He did create one big chance and has 0.3 key passes per game. Predominantly playing, like I said, down that right hand side. It's been a tough year for Seamus, but when he comes on again, he does the job when he comes in, which is all you can ask of him. I'm pretty sure he's got one error that led to a goal, no errors that led to shots, which is a shame. And he made about 2.98 progressive passes per 90. So again, not exactly giving loads in terms of progressive passes. It's been tough. He's 35 years old, and it's tough whenever I do this on him because it's not the Seamus Coleman we all know and love. And he's probably the most, in my lifetime, one of the most, certainly up there, one of the more modern Everton legends, I think, in my opinion. I know the word legend is a bit of a controversial one because people will bring in trophies. Listen, at Everton, that's, you're going way, way back to before the millennium, if you want to be pulling those cards out. In the modern Everton, okay, 2K plus, he's probably as close as you're going to get. Him with the likes of Cahill, Baines, I think they're about as close as you're going to get before you then start falling to more like club heroes that aren't quite legends, the Leon Osmonds of the world that played for us for a long time, did a good job, but weren't exactly. I don't think anyone's going to call Leon Osmond an Everton legend. But at the same time, I think people will give him the respect he's due. Seamus Coleman, I think, is on a higher pedestal than that by the fans, quite rightly. And at one point, him and Baines were easily two of the best fullbacks in the Premier League. There was a reason that when Moyes went to United, he was sniffing around the pair of them. And it's because of their attacking numbers. Unfortunately, this season, though, he has struggled. He struggled with long balls. He is good still at ground duels. He's very good at marking players one on one. If we are playing against a left winger and the manager sends him on and says, just stop him, I think Coleman does a very good job of just stopping the opposing attacker on that left hand side. I don't think he's got the legs to be getting up and down like he used to, but he still has a very, very good job at stopping the attacker. He's good at blocking the ball. He's not so good at going forward, like I said, anymore. Unfortunately, he does like to try and dribble and push forward, but again, age has come and got him there. He'll come for us all eventually. Holding on to the ball is also a bit of a weakness at times. But ultimately, I mean, feels a bit tough doing this because he hasn't had a great season, but he hasn't had a bad season. He's just had an okay season. I'm probably going to grade Seamus Coleman for this season and this season alone. Probably, I'm erring on the edge of a 6.5. I think it will be another 6.5. It's just been an okay season. When we've needed him, he's come in, done a job, done really well defending 1v1 against a couple of really good attacking wingers this year. By feels right to caveat it by saying that Seamus Coleman is an Everton legend, and bring it back in now. It's fair to caveat it by saying that he's an Everton legend and his career at Everton has spanned 10 plus years. It's got to be now, surely. He's been at Everton. We signed him all the way back in 2009. So yeah, well over 14 years at Everton Football Club, and he has produced some phenomenal displays and has been a great servant to the club. And I hope stays around in some capacity. I know, it wasn't long ago we were all claiming jobs for boys and how much we hated it. Coleman, if he could stay around, would be brilliant because everybody says about how good of a captain he is and how much of a character he is. If you could get him on the coaching, if that's something he wants to do, it has to be something he wants to do though, because it's not just a paid role, and sit there. He has to want to do it and contribute to the club, which I think he won't accept it unless he wanted to. He's not the type, I don't think, to just take a free paycheck off Everton. Hence why he's thinking about his decisions now. But it'd be great to have him around because he does sort of he gets it, he embodies it, what it means to the fans. So yeah, just want to caveat on that. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and leave your thoughts down below. Look forward to reading them. See you.